What's good, Liberators? Fingers here, this is DX2 Demon Review, and today we are talking about the four-armed madman, the Yellow Menace, the deity, Vishnu. One of the primary gods in the Hindu lore, he is called the Preserver and the incarnation of sunlight. Appearing in different locations in one of his 10 Avatar the Last Airbender forms, he saves the world from danger and restores peace. Buddy, where have you been the last 2 years? Hindus, you're slacking on us. Get on that. For stats, magic guy, 218. Naturally, though it might be 208, naturally he has a skill you can level up that increases his magic. So it's one of the other. I don't know if those skill level ups show up in your stat boosts. I think they do. So let's say 208 to be safe, but you can pump that up to 238 if you run wild with them, 258 if you go full sin infusion. Vitality is another one you're going to want to look out for, and luck is third on your list. I would say 20 magic, 20 vitality, 10 luck is the optimal spread. He has no need for strength or agility, especially given his fourth panel. He is weak to the fire, which is odd for someone who represents the sun and sunlight, but hey, here we are. Drains ice, so be aware of that. He's a slow roller, so you can get away with him on a demiurge kind of team. Null's light, useless. Null's dark, useless, although both thematically appropriate. Skills for the transferable. A boring Bufu 9 single target, ice magic, power 160. No pierce, so your mileage will vary on that one. For his second skill, another plain Jane holy wrath, holy magic, 2 to 4 times on random enemies with a power of 55. If it hits full bore, it's power of 220, so not bad, but these random hit things never hit fully, it seems. And again, this is another plain transferable. So this is Vishnu is one of the OGs where they really hadn't figured out their meta-busting 5-star demons yet. So Vishnu is an interesting case study in what they've done with him here. And for his unique skill, Avatar, heals 500 HP upon receiving the first killing blow. Once upon a time, this was quite rare, as you can imagine. And heals 50 HP when clearing a wave. Pretty useless. I mean, he's great in PvE, but what 5-star demon isn't great in PvE? If you level this up, plus 10 to magic, that's probably the only... Oh, and plus 10% to max HP, which is good. He's got pretty good HP, considering he's got 4 panels, and if you got all 4 of those panels, that's an extra 750 HP on top of his already fairly decent HP. And as you can see, when compared to the last 2 demons we discussed, the latest and greatest of demons that have come out, these older demons are left in the dust as far as what their unique skills can do, and this is a prime example of that right here. As for his archetype skill, got him an origami, 4 Megadolone, almighty magic damage, all enemies, power 120. Level this up, plus 10% damage dealt, and since it's an archetype skill, you can use it at the low cost of 7 MP, which is not at all a low cost, but he's a turn 2 kind of guy, so even if Undead Alice comes and sucks the life out of him, even if he's only got the spell brands, he'll be able to pop this one off right here. As for the transferables, I went wild with the Endures. You can have some fun with these demons that come with a natural Enduring Soul in their unique kit. You can give Enduring Soul. Almighty Survivor would be fantastic for him. Probably best in slot because Origami is really the only archetype worth considering. With this guy's whole kit, I had him with Butcher for a while to increase that Megadolone smash damage by an additional 20%. And those are really the things you want to consider when you're building up your Hindu deity here. As for brands, spell brands, divine brands, full stop. That's where you want to go with him. In this day and age, probably guard brands to protect him from all those Astaroths that are going to be pummeling you into the ground, though I doubt those would save you considering what Astaroth can come with. But spell brands are if you've got him fully paneled, fully skilled up, go with the spell brands. Get him to hit hard, roll slow, hit hard for that big comeback, and be stubborn with those enduring souls and staying alive. And the panels. Panel 1, minus 50% to ice damage received and adds null bind. I believe that adds null bind was a semi-recent update to his panels. Maybe when he got the panel 4, they threw in that adds null bind, which is a nice touch. Any immunity to ailments in PvP is a godsend, considering all the Angras still lurking out there in the wild. And that's your first 250 HP right there. Panel 2 activates Holy Chain effect at the beginning of your own turn, heals 25% of your own HP, and adds Null Curse. I believe this was another addition, this ailment immunity. Sega really trying to revitalize some of these original usable demons who have been just ridiculously outclassed in the modern day. And to their credit, they're doing a decent job. I see plenty of Vishnus out there in PvP. I ran him myself recently, and he worked out really well. I'll link that video below if you want to check him out in PvP action alongside Maria and Astaroth. It's a lot of fun. Panel 3 reduces consumed MP of magic attack skills by 2 MP, and this is a beast of a panel right here. 2 MP reduction on all skills. So if you'll recall, we get the Megadolon here, archetype skill, so it goes from 8 MP to 7 MP with that panel. 5 MP Megadolons, 5 MP Megadolons, 4 MP Bufordines, 3 MP Holy Wraths, so you'll never run out of Holy Wraths or magic attacks for him to just boom. No matter what, you've got a Holy Wrath up your sleeve. No Pierce effect on it, but hey, if you really wanted to, you can throw Light Pierce weak on this guy and have him just be an unending stream of holy light. Don't know why you would, but you could, and that's kind of fun to think about. And for the big Mamma Jamma, Panel 4 activates the following chain effect at the beginning of a battle. If the enemy attacks first, reduces 1 enemy press turn icon. So basically he gets intimidating stance. You can only stance someone twice in a battle total, so get your 2 intimidating stances in there if you're rolling slow. There's so many options to choose from these days. That used to be a very rare skill, and now it's all over the place. And it's nice that they gave it to Vishnu. Way back when this game first came out, I was running Vishnu on my PvP team alongside 2 other people who could intimidating stance. And man, if I could have removed one of them and had Vishnu doing the stancing at that time, it would have been great. But hey, better late than never, I say. And additionally, activates the following chain effect at the end of your own turn, inflicts almighty magic damage, power of 60 on all enemies. So a nice little cheap shot if you just failed to finish off the enemy team in that last round. That Endure kicked in and kept that one last guy alive. Well then, boom, Vishnu comes in, chain effects him, and that's the end of that. Overall, some pretty great panels here. I like them a lot, especially that Panel 3, Panel 4 combo. But the Null Bind, the Null Curse, making him immune to those undead Alices out there, that is pretty sweet as well. And before we wrap it up, check out his other archetypes, even though, if memory serves, they are nothing to write home about. There you are, the Origami Megadolon, the big winner in my humble estimation. And the Protector archetype, War Dance. Increases own party's attack and defense by 20%. So a little double buff there, but in this day and age, again, we got demons who you got the auto skills. You got demons who can attack and buff, attack, debuff at the same time. This is a waste of a turn. If you're using a turn in PvP to buff or debuff, you're in a losing battle because other people are going to be coming at you with demons that double up. And when you can get those double up situations where you can heal and attack, where you can buff and attack, debuff and attack, that's your big money in PvP. That's how you win battles, making the most of every half press turn. The Psychic archetype, Null Mute, hey, not bad. You could go with this first panel. You could go give him the Psychic archetype, transfer an almighty skill or something to that effect onto him, though I don't know why you would. You'd probably want to transfer the null mute, transfer the null charm, and now he's immune to bind, mute, and charm. He's immune to the baddest ailments on the block and curse. So all the game changer demons. So there is something to consider there. Not as this archetype. Just null mute is plenty available. If you're just starting out, if you've been playing for a while, you've got a bunch of these in your back pocket. Transfer null mute, transfer null charm. It's got the null bind, it's got the null curse, and you've got intimidating stance demon immune to ailments, much like Uber Beelzebub. Not quite Uber Beels, but hey, he's a worthy man to stand beside him. Just don't do it in this archetype skill. Transfer this skill if this is what you want to do. Get that Mega Dolon because he needs that damage. He needs to be able to hit everything almighty, no resistances. He needs that. He just needs it. And the Elementalist archetype, Repel. Dark turns his null into a repel. Okay, I mean, he drains ice, repels dark. So you're running with Demiurge, you get a double protection there. Still, he needs that Megadolon. He just needs something to hit. And in the archetype skill, that Megadolon comes cheaper, 7 MP. You got that third panel, 5 MP bombs. So he's basically just every turn, boom, boom, boom. Gotta have it, you need it. So I think Origami, way ahead of everything else. Go with Origami. Don't even think about the rest. And that's all I got for this old school classic here, who's seeing a bit of a renaissance, and deservedly so. I like Vishnu. He was one of the first demons I gave those red Magatamas to, those Kasane Magatamas to level up his skill, to level up that Megadolon, and he served me well for a good long while, so I'm glad to see him back. I had a lot of fun running him. So, if you are on a budget and you're fusing up some demons, he costs. He's one of the high-grade demons, so he's going to cost you 6, 7, 8 mil to fuse. But if you can fuse, oh my, how many do you need? You need 7 to do 3 panels, and then 4 more. So 11 Vishnus. If you want to fuse him and then get all those panels, you're going to have to fuse him 11 times. But still, he's great. Great addition to your team. Fun in PvP. And he'll carry you through a great deal of the PvE content. That's all I got for you, Liberators. Don't get captured.